do? It leads us into the Balkan, into the world, the rest of the world. We have Russia, China, and Afghanistan left to sign peace treaties for peace negotiations. So, that's something. And we are trying to get to 100 subscribers. When we get to 100 subscribers, there will be a 100 subscriber special, and it will be a live stream of me playing Dictators No Peace. And why am I getting rid of these boundaries right now? Because, well, in order to make peace, that's what I'm doing. And yeah, we will see Xinjiang back. But I don't know about playing the Empire of China back. I know I'm going to give Japan some lands. And I know I'm going to free Afghanistan, and China is still going to exist. China is going to be more unified, but the only problem is it'll be a democracy, and democracies after war losses may not work so smoothly. And so the treaty begins. I will start with China and Afghanistan's and Central Asia's. This will be known as the Treaty of Beijing. And the Treaty of Beijing is ratified. The Treaty of a big treaty was ratified. The treaty for this area of the world. China's freed. God's old land's back. Xinjiang is back. We have Mongolia, South Korea back. We have Xinjiang, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan established as free. And, well, that was all for the Treaty of Beijing. And now let's go to the Treaty of Moscow. Signed in Moscow, which I wouldn't call fair. And in Moscow was signed. The American Union gets this, Japan gets some land, the European Union annexes a big chunk of land, but they also re-annex some lands. They give Chechnya, Dagestan, Tatarstan, they give Yakutsk and Tuva independence again. And that was the Treaty of Moscow, basically. But now let's see who was in the Union. Well, more so who's still in it. Areas are uniting faster than ever. But we need to go to Argentina, who I said didn't join right away. Joins now. It looks like the new phase of this stuff will be headed towards a unification. But eventually, I guess it'll all crumble apart because people will get nationalistic again and start declaring themselves independent. Which might be good because they might end up with more land. But it could be bad because it could end up with less. And yeah, we used to have a lot of alliances. Now we have a few small unified areas with some nations joining, like Algeria and Morocco, mostly for aid, but some places leave. Especially countries that have no threats anymore. Like India has no threat, China has no threat, Bhutan, Nepal, these guys leave. Korea leaves. The rest of China leaves. Thailand leaves. Vietnam leaves. Actually, no, they don't. And then pretty much who stayed. And the Korea stays in after an ultimatum is sent asking them to remain. With one of the craziest things ever seen happening. Definitely never happened before in this universe. Well, Mongolia goes on an annexation war, which is very popular with its people. And they make propaganda posters basically saying everybody's happy to be being occupied. Which, who knows? Are people really happy to get occupied? No, because that means you had to go for blood. And blood is never worth it. And well, they annex it. Well, it looks like Turkey is getting a bit chaotic. Well, not Turkey, but to their neighbors to the south might be in for something. I can't say for sure, but it seems not great. And that's just an alternate history. Alternate future. And well, guess who is like, no, we refuse this treaty. None but the less but Armenia, who says we declare war on Azerbaijan. Which at first, nobody does anything. Because what do they have to gain? But then they see this aggressively taking place. But the first one to say, no, you can't do this, is Turkey. Oh, Turkey. I wonder how many people still call it Turkey. Well, I was doing my work in class and it was still called Turkey, even though it changed its name to Turkey. Something like that. I don't know how you pronounce it because I'm not... Oh my god, did you just join the wrong side, Turkey? Really? You're such turkey. Turkey. Yeah, I'm going to just not fix some of these borders I messed up. And, well, a turning point happens. Now, this being seen as a breach of trying to de-escalate, which was the intent of the World Treaty Organization, they're not very impressed. Turkey says, do you want to kick me out? You can. I'm strong. And why do they switch sides? I don't know. I think they had a coup or something, maybe. Let's say they did. And look, Azerbaijan crossed. And then, with Turkey's help, Armenia tries to apologize. But it's too late as Armenia is just crumbling. But the World Treaty Organization isn't impressed with the fact that although peace was offered, nobody did anything about it. Which is shocking. And not how it should be done in the world of stuff. They say that this was unjustified and illegitimate use of power. Which, they basically blame Turkey for this. And they say, you're not allowed to do this. Turkey says, why? And they say, because we said so. And then Turkey is like, well, what are you going to do about it? To which they respond, well, you're kicked out of the alliance. And Turkey is like, but I'm a powerful member of this alliance. Which they basically just say, okay, bye NATO, bye World Treaty Organization. And yeah, let's see what this looks like. Well, their alliance consists of 3 nations already. But they call it the Turkic Alliance. But they do have a puppet, by the way. A small puppet. Not really anything, but a puppet. It offers Georgia to join, which they accept. They then offer the Turkic nations. Uzbekistan accepts. They then asked Xinjiang, who also accepts. And well, Mongolia accepts. Which, they're no threat to the West. They're still very Western. But, you know what they call hypocrisy? the American Union. They call out on hypocrisy. Because you know what the American Union says? Okay. After they don't like the leadership, a new leadership that just got put in charge of South Africa, that actually they go to war with someone who has oil and has a government. Actually, that's stupid. But have a hydroelectricity because, yeah. So they basically call the full alliance in, which Turkey then states this is hypocrisy and you were targeting us. And where is there a lot of rivers? I don't know what they invade over, but let's say the East African Federation got an unfriendly leader who basically took away democracy from the country. And let's say they invaded Somalia and Somaliland before then. So, I guess maybe this is why they're getting invaded. And this is where the country kind of just gets slapped around. After they fail to push back the Americans, they move up and take the capital of the DRC. But the capital of this East African Federation isn't what you would think. No, instead it's Ethiopia's capital. It's just hard to get to, with the Americans starting a major war to take it. This is why Turkey cites as his. They don't like the government and they're hiding some precious materials from America, and this government that got elected, let's say, is not sharing hydroelectric power or sharing water properly with other nations. This is a water war. We're finally at water wars, guys. But you know what else happened? Sudan and Eritrea got involved, which somehow led to Djibouti getting involved. And yes, they come in from here too. And yeah. My video hasn't even been 20 minutes yet. And this is what it looks like, with Sudanese forces invading for land. And so did Eritrean. And, well, it looks like this invasion is over water. And also, I just realized the Aral Sea is probably gone by now. Think of it. It's been shrinking. Do you think it would be gone by now? Because this is like 2160 or 2175. And we're just getting to water wars. I'd say water wars will happen much sooner if we don't start using water responsibly. And this is where the East Africa kind of capitulates. And America comes with a peace treaty. And also, what is that bunch of mess? Might have been island. That might be islands, but I don't remember ever seeing these on this map. So yeah. And I'll be right back after the peace. These lands. Yeah, see, after a treaty. Eritrea and Sudan gained quite a bit of land. The Ethiopia area lost a lot of land. DRC has an occupation zone too. This is a center. Water occupation, because this is a water war. Some coast is occupied. All of Ethiopia, along with the capital, is occupied by the allies in this war. And that part of the DRC, their panhandle, is occupied, with Israel deciding to join the World Trade Organization, with Europe and North America entering in negotiations about possible unification. And, well, Iran is just Iraning. And, well, Kazakhstan goes to the last event of this video, which is another annexation war. Kazakhstan claims that's their right to unite the Central Asian Turkic people, which Turkey opposes, saying, well, Turkey does not oppose. They actually say, do you want to join our alliance? Well, this is what an annexation war looks like. Usually it's fast. Because usually in annexation war, the people want to be annexed. But sometimes annexation wars don't go to plan. Cough, cough. Russia. Yeah. And they join while America and allies sanction them severely. Turkey invites them to the alliance, along with the rest of Central Asia. Not really much. They even invite Yakutsk, who is Turkic, who agrees to join. There are some exceptions. You don't need to be Turkic to join, necessarily. Like Mongolia isn't Turkic, I don't think. And they even get Iran to join. Is Qatar an independent place? Yeah, Qatar joins. And, well, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Why should you subscribe? There will be me conquering the world in Dictator's No Peace live stream when we hit 100. I'm hoping we will hit 100 before Christmas, but we're not making much progress. You need to start getting people, to subscribe. We're at 76. We want to get to 100. We only have limited time to get to 100. And what should I do to help this? Well, Switzerland will explain. A giant Switzerland in the middle of nowhere. And yeah. I'm a bit confused how a giant Switzerland just popped up. I'm a little concerned, by the way. Although Switzerland is the same as it was at the beginning of the series. And he's going to tell you what you need to do. Subscribe, everybody! You need to subscribe. Like, if you don't subscribe, what is your plan? Like, most of you aren't subscribed. Just saying. I mean, you should subscribe. You've been watching it. Like, subscribing is a good, fun thing. You just press a button. It's as simple as that, because that's just a wild mapper who likes invading places. No, I'm kidding. I do not invade countries. I promise. And, well, that's about all for today's video. Please like and subscribe. What do you say? Ya should subscribe. What? Portugal. Did I just call Brazil Portugal? Oof. And no, I don't know who to play as to take over the world. And yeah, the live stream is coming up soon. The live stream is coming up soon. You guys need to subscribe, like, and live stream. Because live streams are cool. But if I don't get 100 subscribers before Christmas, that'll be sad. The goal is 100 before Christmas. But what I think will be before the end of the year. But you guys should still subscribe, so please like and subscribe. That's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out. And World War 5 is officially over. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe, because Wild Mapper is out on a front.